Hey guys, and welcome back to my world. I'm still playing with ArmorStands, and I'm still playing with particles and having the ArmorStands with gravity on and off. And yes, I'm still having a lot of fun. So this is a bit more of an advanced tutorial, so bear with me. I'm going to put this schematic up for download. I'll just put this world up for download. That won't be part of it, but I'll put this little piece of the world up for download for you guys as well. Okay, so this is what I have for you today. So if I throw my little snowball, okay, first off, you'll see that it leaves a trail of a fuse, basically. So this is like a gunpowder trail. If I light it, okay, you'll see I'm lighting the fuse. It goes across, hits the TNT, and well, boom. Isn't that cool? That is cool. That is cool. Cool. Okay, now this can, as you just saw, this can cross ravines, and it follows the contours of the actual world you're in. So this is a good example as well. So if we light this one over here, you'll see it's going down. Going over those blocks. It's going to come up here, and then when it hits that, it will just go boom. Okay, hold on, here we go. You ready? Boom, boom. Oh man, I love this concept. I seriously love this concept. Okay, let me quickly show you how this works. Now, do please, you're gonna need to concentrate on this one. First off, I have this full clock running over here. Okay, boom. Okay, so basically what the full clock does at the bottom, it fills a 20 by 20 block area with stone, and it's going to be replacing redstone blocks. And over here, it is 20 by 20 as well, and it's going to replace stone. Okay, so this is just the little clock I'm running. So what that means is that anywhere in this 20 block area, I can actually create a clock. Okay, so this is not, so it's like anywhere I can then create a clock. Okay, so this is actually very cool. Right, so this is the clock. Now, first off, a number of things make this work. This line over here is your primary line that sets everything up for you. The first one over here, and you would have seen this command before when I was playing with the previous video where I was throwing the particles in arcs and spawning all the little hearts and stuff. It's exactly the same command. Okay, execute add type snowball. Okay, I'm going to summon an ArmorStand. The ArmorStand is going to be one above the snowball, just so that the snowball doesn't actually hit it and die. Okay, this time it's going to have a custom name particle. Okay, it is going to be a marker as before. Very important. It's going to have no gravity. It's going to have gravity. So you see, gravity is 0. So it does have gravity. This is what causes, if I throw it, it's to fall down like that. Okay, it's causing it to fall down like that, and this is what causes it to be able to actually cross. Jeez, like look at this one. Whoa, this is going to be a long one. That actually crosses, falls down. So this is the no gravity that causes that. Okay, so let me just quickly set this off. Okay, now you'll see the little black particles. That's the next one. I'm going to be executing at all ArmorStands. Okay, I should actually name that particle, but never mind. At all ArmorStands, I'm going to execute a particle command reddust. Okay, that is exactly in the center of that ArmorStand. The size of the particles is x0, z0, y0, so it's going to be one little pinpoint. The speed is going to be 0, 1. I'm only going to play one particle. Okay, so I'm going to show one particle every tick, and I'm going to force it. And what the force it means is that I can actually see this no matter how far away I am. So as you can see, even though I'm like really far away, I can still see the particles. That is what the actual force does to it. Okay, now sorry, I can watch this for hours. Let's go, and it's going to boom now, and go on, and boom. Okay, right, so that is the two that does that. Now the next one, okay, this is actually testing to see if I have actually used a flint and steel. So this is a scoreboard objective. So it's the only scoreboard objective I'm using currently. So this is scoreboard objectives. Add. Now I called this light. I think it is light. It's a stat.use item Minecraft flint and steel. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, let me just put that in a command block so that when I give you the commands, you'll have it. Okay, there we go. Right, so this is what it's doing is it's executing at entity name equals particle. So it's executing at any entity that is named particle. Okay, so it's the ArmorStands that I summoned. I'm going to test for a player, the closest player that has a score light of minimum 1 and is within a 3-block radius of that particle. Okay, so as I'm running around, so another way to do this is scoreboard objective set display sidebar. Okay, light. So you'll see. So when I throw this, let's just do a short little one. So if I throw this, okay, you'll see my light at the side is set to 0. When I light it, you'll see that very briefly it had a flashed 1. Okay. So that is because I actually used, see if I do that, see it's giving me quite a few now. So every time I use this, it'll give me it'll add to my light score. Okay, let me just quickly get rid of that. Right, so that's what it's doing. It is actually doing a test for any player that has a light score. Now you'll see I'm testing it with a comparator. So when a player is found, it's going to with that score, it's going to output a signal into these two command blocks. Okay, now the first command block is going to set a redstone block right over here. So I'll get to this in a moment. So it'll set a redstone block right over there, and the top one is going to set my light score to 0. So it's just going to reset it. Okay, so it's just going to reset it. And then the last one over here, this just fills the area around anybody who's got a light score of 1. It just fills the area, a 5x5 area, 5x5x5 area. It fills air and it's replacing fire. So if I actually take, let me just remove that. So if I take that out, you'll see that fire will always be there. But if I now activate this again, you'll see it'll kill the fire. And this is what is making this so that there's no fire. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so when you throw a snowball, I start spawning in ArmorStands. I then play the particles. I then test if anybody has actually used flint and steel. If they have used flint and steel, I'll start this little clock here by putting a redstone block over there, and I'll kill their light score. So I'll kill their light score right now. Okay, and then I'm just going to fill the area with air so to replace any fire. Okay, now you'll see I've got two outputs over here. Okay, so this is on the command block that is summoning the ArmorStand. So what we can assume from this is, as long as there's a snowball in the world, okay, it will be summoning ArmorStands. So for as long as it's summoning ArmorStands, it will output a signal. Now what I'm doing over here is I'm inverting the signal, okay, so that when the snowball disappears, this command block gets activated. But we're not going to be worried about that one right now. What we want to worry about over here is this one over here. So when it outputs, so when a snowball is in the world, it'll output a signal, and what's going to happen is it's just going to clear all players from a snowball. So you'll see that happens. So you'll see that happens when let me just throw that. You'll see my snowball gets cleared. See, I have no snowball over there. Now I'm not going to have a snowball until that thing over there actually explodes. Right, you'll see it in a moment, and boom, and you'll see I then received a snowball. Okay, so that's what this output does. It just removes the snowball. So snowball, yeah, right. So remember, when I light it, I set a redstone block over here. Let's just do that, which then starts the circuit. Now this is that little comparator clock I showed you in the other video. Okay, and it's running a number of commands. So the first command it's running, it is then actually executing at entity named particle c equals 2. So it's executing at the closest 2 particles to this command block. Okay, it's going to be executing particle flame. Okay, it's going to be directly in the actual ArmorStand. It's going to be the size x of 0.1. It's going to be height 0.2. I mean, I can make this a little bit higher. All right. And y 0.1, that's the speed. It's going to play 10 of them and it's going to force it. So now that I've made it a little bit higher, let me just take this out. If I throw a snowball now, let me just quickly get a snowball. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Right. So when I throw a snowball now, let's just throw it in here again. All right. So when I light it, it starts that mechanism, right? And you'll see the flames are a bit higher now. Okay, this actually looks a bit better. So that's what's happening over here. It's playing, this over here is playing that flame animation. Wow, big explosion. Okay. Yeah, and that's on this clock. The other thing that's happening is it's actually playing, randomly playing that fizzing sound. So it's a random.fizz sound. So that's that that you're hearing. So let me just do another one over there. So that is this sound. Do you hear that? Okay, so that's playing that sound. Right, so also connected to the clock, I'm then going to kill any entity with a name particle that's the closest to this command block. So over here I'm playing the particle on the 2 that's the closest, and then I'm killing the one that is the closest to this command block. So that is why it actually slowly but surely disappears like it's disappearing. Okay, it's that command block over there killing it. So I'm just going to do this again so you can see. Okay, so you'll see it. That is why it moves, because it lights up 2, kills the last one, lights up the nearest 2, kills the last one, lights up, kills, lights up, kills, lights up, kills, until it, you know, reaches the end over there. Cool. Next thing it's going to do, it's actually going to be testing for a particle. Okay, so that is the ArmorStand is called particle. So for as long as the ArmorStands are there, what happens is when you put a comparator near a Testfor, okay, so this is Testfor at name equals particle, it's going to output a signal strength based on how many items there are. Okay, so if it finds 100 items, it's going to output a signal strength of 100. However, it's limited to 16 redstone wire blocks. Okay, but in theory, it could output 100. So what I've done over here is I'm actually testing not for 1, not for 2, not for 3. I'm testing for 4. So I'm testing for that there's at least 4 ArmorStands in the world, or 4 ArmorStands called particle in the world. If there is, okay, it will actually turn off this redstone torch. Okay, so it'll actually invert the signal. Because if we have a look at if I go to F3, so you'll see on F3 I've got E over here, which is the amount of entities in the world. So if I throw the snowball, okay, you will see that there is now 31 ArmorStands in the world. Okay. And if I were to do a Testfor on this, you'll see because there is more than 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, it will actually then light this up. Okay, and then it'll then invert that signal. Okay, now let me just see if this will actually. No, this won't work. Oh, I'll just kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. Ooh-wee. Right, let's see if I can get this reset. Okay, right, so when this command block over here slowly but surely kills those particles and it started creeping up, when it reaches 1, 2, 3, 4 particles and it goes into 3, as I said, it'll then turn on this torch. Then a number of things will happen. The first thing that's going to happen is I'm running an execute at entity name equals particle. Okay, and I'm going to, so that's all particles that's left. So there should then be 3 particles left. So I'm going to have 3 TNTs being summoned, one above that ArmorStand. The next thing that happens is I then give the player back a snowball. Okay, and the last thing is I then set block. So that one over there, set blocks. This block over here, this one that over here, I set it to air. So it just kind of stops this clock and stops the whole thing from running, basically. Okay, now what spawns that big block of TNT is this signal over here. So as I mentioned before, when I am summoning ArmorStands, it turns on this comparator, which turns off this redstone torch. When the snowball hits the ground, okay, and disappears, it will then turn off because it's no longer summoning ArmorStands, and then this command block will activate. What this command block does, it executes at entity that's named particle. It's going to execute at the youngest one, so it will be the last one that was spawned, and to determine which one is the youngest one, it's the -1. Okay, I'm then running a full command, 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, so it's and I'm filling the whole area with TNT. Okay, so when so I'm filling it with TNT, I then light it. It detects the light, it starts the clock. This one then plays the fire particles, this one plays the sound, this one kills the last one, this one tests to make sure I still have 4 ArmorStands left. The moment I have 3 ArmorStands left, this torch turns on, which then summons primed TNT at the last 3, which then blows up that big block of TNT. It gives me back a snowball, and it stops my clock. And that's it. That's it. It's relatively simple. It sounds very, very complicated, but it is actually relatively simple. So what I'm going to do is all the commands is going to be in the description, and this little part of the world I will actually have up for download, so you can play around with it. You'll just need to, if you want to activate various things, you'll need to just use the little blocks. But anyway, I'm going to leave you one last time with a nice, lovely, explosive action. Okay, there we go. Whoops. It's because I was activated over there, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Let's cause another nice big bang. Well, guys, if you've liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and leaving a comment, and yeah, please share. Let's share and share alike. 2015, the year of sharing. Guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and as always, I will check you all later.